What's up, chicken butts? My name's Pone, and I've got a kind of a theory video coming at you guys right now. I want to know where you guys stand, or how you think it will actually roll out, if it ever does roll out. But for a while now, I even predicted within the first few days of this game coming out that eventually, just part of one of these expansions in the future, that Destiny will make it so that everybody can have full exotic armor, meaning that you can have 3 exotic weapons at a time, meaning that you can have full exotic armor instead of one piece reserved, and you decide which one. And the more I play the game, the more I think on this, and I feel like it's a definite possibility in the future. I don't know if it's coming in the December one or what's going to happen, but I think just to kind of extend the life of the game and mix things up a little bit, more exotics are added into the game every one of these expansions. I'm thinking there's a really good chance at some point that they're going to increase that and make it to where you can have full exotics. Because from my experience from a lot of MMOs and RPGs and stuff like that, as a whole, you always have the skill tree, the character customization you can do, just like you do right now, but also how you build your character and the kind of abilities you have is usually impacted by the gear you have as well. So are you going to decide to choose some gauntlets that give you, reload speed, or how about ones that increase the duration of something, So you're going to actually really have to not only just build your character that you want the way that you can with the actual abilities, and then you're going to have to choose which gear to go to complement those. Maybe build hybrids, so on and so forth. So the reason I say this is a possibility, because for starters, we know that Destiny is going to be something they have a 10-year plan for. They know they're going to try to just make sure this game lasts a long time. And, something like this, meaning only one's available right now, but in the future, the full set will be available, is something that I find highly likely. I also expect in the future, like a new class item with a different color, like red or something, is going to come out. And it's going to be, the next step above exotic, the next tier, if you will. So you'd have like rare, legendary, exotic, and then insert name here. So, why I think this is going to be a good thing. For starters, I look at the gear, the exotics that we currently have, and it seems that each one of the classes, be it Hunter, Titan, or Warlock, it seems like they all have a favored area, if you will. You look at the Hunters, for example. The exotic dominant gear right there is hands down the helmets. You have the Knucklehead, you have the Symbiote, and you also have the Third Man. Those are just the dominant ones for Hunter. But there are also a couple other decent ones for Hunter as well. You look at the Armamentarium and some of the chest pieces for the Titan, but even like the Helm of Inmost Light is not half bad. But none of them, if you equip all of them available, are just so overwhelmingly like OP, it's insane. It seems like there's one dominant piece of armor, chest pieces, for example, Heart of Praxic Fire for the Warlock, or the Voidfang Vestments. But the other ones aren't half bad. There's a couple decent helmets there too. Sunbreakers, Lord knows nobody has any of those. So I think when it's all said and done, that is just going to be a matter of time because of the way it looks like. There's just one really strong piece, and then the other ones are so decent. I've also checked up on a couple websites, and there are already boots, apparently, like on the Destiny database, where, like the Titan one extends the duration of the shoulder charge, and I think there's one I saw that increases movement speed, and one that increases, how you move and how quickly you move while aiming down sight. It's a Hunter exotic boots. Now, I don't think the exotic boots exist currently in the game, but the fact that they're in there is pretty awesome. You can already see raid gear that's coming in the next raid and everything like that. So it's very, very exciting to know that this kind of stuff is coming, and I think they're just going to roll these out over time, and I think it honestly is a matter of time until we have full exotic gear. And when that actually drops, it wouldn't be much longer after that for the next one, or even at the same time that the next tier of armor is released. Now, the only thing that kind of goes against this theory is the light system. I don't know how they would do that, because I believe every 11 light, it's something mathematically like every 11 light equals a new level, and it starts at like 21, something like that, and caps at, I believe, 120. So if you gain like, an extra 3, what is it, an extra 3 or so, because if you cap out default legendary and can only get 27, you get like an additional 3 points if you're using exotic. That would only be 9 points, so that would even be able to get you up to level 31 light if you could equip those extra few pieces. So where does this leave us? Is there going to be some kind of a multiplier, like, oh, hey, now that you have 2 pieces, you get like a double bonus, and that boosts you up to 32 or something like that? I don't know how that'll be. Maybe you guys can give me some theories on that, whether or not you even think this is a possibility. But I've just firmly felt that this is just a matter of time till it happens. They're holding back on the storyline for future DLC. They're holding back on raids. They're holding back on, multiplayer game types. There's only 4 available for the most part, 5 occasionally. But, you're missing out on the capture the flags and very, very other heavily objective type game types for Crucible. And these things are just a matter of time just to keep the game alive and fresh. They're going to release these bit by bit over the next couple years. So, Do you think my theory is on point? Let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you've been feeling the same way. How do you think it's going to play out? Love to hear your feedback on that, guys. Thanks for everything, and be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you with another daily Destiny video tomorrow. A like is always heavily appreciated as well. Take care, guys.